I got real love. I got real love.
I'm 2 or 3 true. They fake, see through. Lot of folk faking the feeling. I just wanna be a real one. Yeah.
Welcome to Wrap It Up, your favorite music podcast where I talk about everything music related from album reviews to top 10 lists to just me going on rants. And today's topic is going to be Mr. Kanye West. Now, I'm going to tell you why 808s and Heartbreaks is his most important album and my big issue with Kanye West. So, without further ado, let's get into this episode. So, as I'm recording this, Donda 2 has yet to drop. But so with this statement, it couldn't change, I guess, if Donda 2 is just monumental or whatever. But to me, 808s and Heartbreaks is Kanye West's most important album. And the reason why I think 808s is his most important album is because, yes, he had classic projects like College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation. Before he went like a totally different direction, was definitely experimental. Like he used auto tune, it's all singing. Like the production was more like futuristic, like type of Daft Punk type of stuff. So with that album, I feel like he changed the game of rap. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have an artist of his stature doing something like this. Now you had T-Pain, who's always been doing his auto tune thing, and I think that he needs to get more love. But when Kanye West stepped into that lane, it changed the scope of music. You saw people who came after him, like Travis Scott's and stuff like that. Lil Durk, all these people who use auto tune, Future, who use auto tune in a weird way and use their regular rap, like the way that people were using it and the way that people were using production on their songs and everything like that. He changed the game, you know. Like as much as I have an issue with a lot of the stuff that he does, he changed the game with 808s and Heartbreaks. Like that album impacted not only like future generations of music, like the young up and comers, but it also changed the way like Kanye's music was. You saw him taking more risks with his music. You saw him working with artists that he would probably never work with. You saw him doing productions that like he probably never would have even attempted. Like Kanye was a backpacker, soul sample type of dude. And he still can get into that bag like as a producer. But what he did with 808s and Heartbreaks is he took a risk. He was like, I'm trying something different. You felt the pain, you felt the heartbreak, you felt everything with the production, with the lyrical content, and it changed Kanye's music like forever. You know, when you listen to Life of Pablo, you have a couple of songs that sound like they could have been on 808s and Heartbreaks. You know, you have a song like Wolves that would have never been made. Late Registration Kanye. You have songs on there like Fade Away, Fade. You have songs that he probably would never have done if it wasn't for a project like 808s and Heartbreak. And that's why, to me, that's his most important album because of the impact it made on music, the impact it made on him, and also the impact that it made on me as far as like me being willing to listen to other genres, listen to other, you know, experimental type of stuff. So to me, 808s and Heartbreaks is and probably will always be his most important album. Not his best, but his most important. All right. Now I'm gonna talk about my issue with Kanye West. And there's a lot of issues that I have with Kanye West. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend as if like I'm like the biggest fan of the guy right now. I've had an issue with him for a while, you know, back to when he said slavery was a choice or Harriet Tubman didn't do nothing type of comments he made. I've had an issue with him, you know. Music, talking about music is something I want to do for a living though. It's something I enjoy doing for free right now, even without the amount of viewership that I think I should be getting. Um, but so I listen to his albums like that's just it comes with the territory. But he's just it's just not in a great space clearly like mentally. He's also doing stuff that's like he's basically stalking Kim Kardashian, threatening Pete Davidson. These are two people I thought I would never be on here like defending or like feeling bad for, and I feel bad for them. He's on here doing stuff like that, you know. Everything he's doing is to promote Kanye, to promote his albums, but there's a thing of going too far, and I think he's going too far with a lot of the stuff that he's done. You know, even like the stuff with his ex-wife or separated. I don't know how to even title their relationship. It's like, are you not looking at how your kids are gonna view this when you get a little bit older? Are you not viewing how crazy this looks? And if Kanye is a walking, I need a therapist. He's a walking example of somebody who needs a therapist. If you're like questioning therapy or whether you need it, just look at Kanye West. And just look at Kanye West. Like he it's clear that he needs that. Even when he's speaking on stuff that I'm like, yeah, man, I agree with you. It's always he's doing it for a selfish reason. Like he's speaking on like Spotify, Apple Music, all these other streaming sites or whatever, giving artists pennies on what they make, and I agree 100%. I feel like artists don't get shit when it comes to these streaming. You get like a billion songs, you don't make that much money off of it. I get that, and the streaming service get all this money, all the guap, all the paper. You know, I get it. I get like I agree with him on that. But the reason why he's doing it isn't because he really cares about what artists are making. He don't care about that. He don't give a shit about that. He cares about what Kanye West can make. And then soon as he had that complaint, what do you know? His little stem player comes out like, and I feel like that's a good idea too for somebody as big as him. Like I'm not knocking the idea. I'm knocking that he's acting like he's doing this for artists though. No, he's not. He's doing it for Kanye West. Like any like a small artist can't be like, you know what, I'm not releasing my album on Apple Music or Spotify. I'm doing it on my stem player and sell it to people because people have no reason to buy that. They don't even know who you are, or you're just not big enough, so your fan base isn't big enough. He can do that, you know, he can do that. And I think like when him like pretending like he's doing this for people is kind of what I have an issue with. You know, like he ain't thinking about no other artists. He ain't thinking about you out here on Spotify, you on TikTok promoting your song every day. He ain't thinking about you. He ain't. He ain't even really thinking about his fan base because he's thinking about him and money. Because if he's really thinking about his fan base, he wouldn't just only do it on that streaming uh device that he's gonna have. He wouldn't do that, you know, because you're thinking about your whole entire fan base, the ones who be online defending you when you say stupid stuff like slavery is a choice, then you would also make it available where they can get it like another affordable way. Because a regular person can't just drop $200 on a stem player. You know, they just can't do that. You know, they like they not doing that. They got other bills to worry about. They got other stuff to worry about. You know, they can't drop it on something like a music player that's only gonna have your music on it. Like they just can't do it. So he's not doing this for his art like fans. He's not doing this for artists. He's doing it for Kanye. And everything that he's done, everything that he continues to do, he does it for Kanye. Shows me how selfish he is. It shows me all these things. And to be honest, it's making me not really look forward to new music by him. Like when an album from Kanye used to come out, I used to be like ready to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like when College Dropout came out, you know what I'm saying? Or when Late Registration I'll go home, rush to see BET, looking for the new video and like workout plan premiered and stuff like that. I'll go to these record stores and, try to get the CD or hope my dad will buy the CD so I can listen to it and rip it and stuff like that. Or, like stuff like that. I used to be so excited. I ain't even excited for this album. Like, I feel like I have to listen to this album off of my duty, like as what I want to do. Like, I can't be a music. I don't even say I'm a journalist because I don't have a journalism degree and I don't write. I don't this music critique, this music lover. I feel like it's like I have a job to like listen to the album, but I'm not really hungry to listen to it. I wasn't even hungry to listen to the first Donda album, and that's because of who he has become or who he's always been as a person and what he's doing. I don't like his promotion tactics. I don't like what he stands for, what he pretends to stand for. And that's my huge issue with Kanye West. Now, I think he's a great artist. I'm never going to take away from who he is as an artist because he is a great artist. But I also feel like there's levels to as much like there's levels to what people can tolerate, there's levels to what I'm willing to accept, and his behavior is just something I'm not willing to accept. But, you know, let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all excited about Donda 2. Um, and with that, this has been Wrap It Up. I've been your boy Jamal Radio Raheem. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on any other like Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get podcasts, share this with everybody. Share this with your friends, your mama, your daddy, your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Share this with your coworkers. Share this, just share it. And until next time, peace out, y'all.
I got real